I never believed in haunted houses. Not really. To me, fear was always something that lived outside, dark alleys, abandoned buildings, unfamiliar places. Home was supposed to be safe, predictable. Mine, that belief didn't break all at once. It cracked slowly. The first shift. It started on a Tuesday night. Nothing dramatic. No screams. No shadows crawling across the walls. Just a feeling. I came home from work around 9:40 p.m.
It started on a Tuesday
Same
night.
routine. Same keys. Same door. The lock clicked open like it always did. But the moment I stepped inside, my chest tightened. The air felt wrong. Not cold. Not warm. Just still, like the house had been holding its breath. I stood there for a second, listening. No TV noise. No hum from the refrigerator. Just silence, thick, heavy silence. I told myself I was tired. That's what you say when your instincts start whispering things your brain isn't ready to hear. Small details that don't matter. Until they do. I turned on the hallway light. It flickered once. That wasn't new. The bulb had been acting up for weeks. But the hallway felt longer. I know how insane that sounds. Hallways don't stretch. Walls don't move. Yet my footsteps echoed differently, like I was walking through a space that was pretending to be my home. I reached the kitchen. The chair by the table was pulled out. I live alone. I clearly remember pushing it in that morning. I stood there staring at it, my brain desperately trying to manufacture a reasonable explanation. Maybe I forgot. Maybe I was distracted. But deep down, something else was whispering. You didn't forget. The layout that changed. Later that night, around 11 p.m., I went to get a glass of water. I left my bedroom and turned left. That's when I hit the wall. Not metaphorically. Physically. A solid wall where the hallway should have been. I froze, my hands still extended, fingers pressed flat against cold paint. My heart started pounding so loudly I thought I might pass out. I stepped back, blinking hard. Turned on the light. The hallway was there again. Perfectly normal. Straight. Familiar. As if nothing had happened. I laughed, too loud, too forced. That kind of laugh you make when you're trying to convince yourself you're still sane. Part 4. The House That Watches. Over the next few days, the house began to observe me. That's the only word that fits. Doors were slightly ajar when I knew I closed them. Lights were on in rooms I hadn't entered. Once, I heard footsteps above me. I live in a single-story house. At night, the walls creaked, not randomly, but rhythmically. Like pacing. I started sleeping with the lights on. Then even that didn't help. Because the darkness didn't come from the lights anymore. It came from the corners. The room that shouldn't exist. On Friday night, everything changed. I woke up at 3:17 a.m. No nightmare. No noise. Just that feeling again, like being watched. I sat up in bed, my mouth dry, heart racing. That's when I noticed the door. My bedroom door was open. I always closed it before sleeping. Beyond it was a room I had never seen before. Long. Narrow. Dimly lit by a single flickering bulb at the far end. The walls were covered in doors. Dozens of them. All closed. I couldn't breathe. I stayed frozen in bed, staring, telling myself this was a dream. But dreams don't smell like dust and old wood. Dreams don't make your legs ache from holding still too long. Something in that hallway shifted. One of the doors creaked open. Just a few inches. And from inside, I heard breathing. Not mine. The voice that knows you. I slammed my bedroom door shut and screamed. The sound echoed wrong, like it was swallowed before it could fully exist. I locked the door and backed into the corner, shaking so hard my teeth chattered.
My name.
Then came the knock. Slow. Deliberate. 3 taps. My name followed. Spoken softly. Perfectly. In my own voice. Open the door. I covered my ears. The voice didn't get louder. It didn't need to. It was already inside my head. Morning doesn't fix everything. When sunlight finally came, I didn't feel relieved. I felt exposed. Like whatever lived in the house could see me more clearly now. The hallway was normal again. No extra rooms. No strange doors. But something was different. Photos on the wall showed moments I didn't remember. Me standing in places I'd never been. Smiling at someone whose face was scratched out. In one picture, I was asleep. In my bed. From inside the room. The realization. That night I tried to leave. I packed a bag and walked to the front door. The handle wouldn't turn. I pulled harder. Nothing. The windows wouldn't open either. That's when it hit me. The house wasn't changing randomly. It was learning. Every fear. Every habit. Every memory. It wasn't trapping me inside. It was rebuilding itself around me. Room by room. Thought by thought. The truth beneath the walls. I found the crawlspace entrance behind the laundry room. I don't remember ever seeing it before. Inside, scratched into the wood, were names. Hundreds of them. Some crossed out. Some circled. One name at the bottom wasn't scratched. It was written carefully. Recently. Mine. The choice. I'm recording this because I don't know how much longer I'll remember what outside feels like. The rooms are changing faster now. Sometimes I open a door and see places from my childhood. Sometimes places from my nightmares. The house isn't haunted. It's hungry. And it feeds on familiarity. On identity. On people who believe home is safe. If you're listening to this and your house ever feels unfamiliar, don't ignore it. Don't stay. Because once it knows you belong there, it will never let you leave.